double cruise
The
down.
package, yeah?
Always.
I didn't,
It works out to be 8 drinks a day and you're fine. So, treat it,
which you're gonna have more
treat
than,
it before
yeah.
breakfast and then you're golden. Alright, I'll stop talking.
And that's where we should have a meeting, is all of us should be on a cruise.
We should.
Council business.
Ready to roll. Councilor Pollard. No, Councilor Whitten. All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our regular public council meeting for Monday, May 11, 2026, here in the town of Torbay. We have one addition to the agenda. There's a motion under infrastructure and public works, and also our new business. Councilor Pollard.
Pass.
Councilor Whitten.
Pass.
Councilor Haas.
Pass.
Councilor Martin.
Well wishes.
Deputy Mayor.
Please. Thank you.
Okay, and I got a thanks. Okay, anybody for the Q&A? Oh, good, all right. All righty, could I get a motion to adopt the agenda as amended, please?
So moved. Second.
Who then seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried, thank you. All right, right up first, we got regular public council minutes for April 27th. Okay. You already got that? Motion to adopt, please.
So moved. Second.
Who then second, any errors or omissions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried, thank you. For conflict of interest, a little sheet is there. We have two Morris Valley Road and 1359 Torbay Road coming up. And as always, if you have a conflict, declare it at the time, and we'll all be good and happy. All right, proclamations. We have a proclamation for
Myalgia.
Fibromyalgia.
Fibromyalgia Awareness Day, May 12, 2026. Councilor Whitten.
Fibromyalgia Awareness Day is today, May 11th. Whereas fibromyalgia is a chronic condition that affects thousands of Canadians, including individuals and families within our community. And whereas fibromyalgia is often an invisible illness that can significantly impact quality of life, daily functioning, and overall well-being. And whereas increased awareness, understanding, and education are essential to reducing stigma, improving support, and promoting earlier diagnosis and better treatment options. And whereas community support plays a vital role in fostering inclusion, compassion, and improved outcomes for those living with fibromyalgia. And whereas organizations, advocates, and individuals continue to work diligently to raise awareness and support for those affected.
Now therefore, I, Craig Scott, the mayor of the town of Torbay, do hereby proclaim May 11, 2026 as Fibromyalgia Awareness Day in the town of Torbay, and encourage all residents to recognize and support those living with fibromyalgia, to promote awareness and to foster understanding and compassion with our community. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you. Alrighty, moving right along. Presentations, we have none. Q&A, we have none. Mayor's report. Just give a brief update. So this past weekend, I, along with some other members of our council, attended the municipal symposium for 2026 in Gander. I heard a lot of good feedback from people throughout the weekend about I guess the quality of the content that was included in many of the sessions. People seem to really get a lot out of it, which makes me happy as a member of the board, knowing that we're doing things that people are interested in, and we had a huge crowd, over 300. people registered, which for a symposium, when you're talking those numbers, that is a lot more than probably what we're used to. So great job for the staff and the board at M&L for that. I did have also an opportunity while I was there to do several media hits, I guess. So on the news, on the Supper Time News on Friday, I did an interview about the fire that we had here down in Gallows Cove area off the East Coast Trail. And I just want to pass along to our fire department that they did an amazing job on that. And I guess even to highlight it more, while we were responding from Torbay Station, they encountered a car accident on Torbay Road in front of Lorena, so they had to stop for that. But luckily, not luckily, it's a matter of fact that our crew was coming from Flat Rock with the pumper and the tanker to be able to go there. So it just shows that our fire department, well-trained, well-equipped, to be able to deal with more than one thing at once, which I think is awesome. Plus, our MOU with Pooch Cove, they sent the crew up too to help out with the fire. And a lot of the training and experience, I think, that our firefighters got last year with the wildfires they were battling. You know, they knew when it was time to make the call to get the forestry in from Paddy's Pond, and also when to call to get the water bomber. So, you know, kudos all around. They did a great job, and they had that knocked down within a couple of hours. And you know, it's fortunate that they were able to do that. And I thank them. That was a really, really great job. The other thing that I had the opportunity to talk about with the media in particular in Gander was the fact that our town and many like ours dropped from the multi-year capital works program in the recent provincial budget. We're not happy about that. The multi-year capital works program is an opportunity for us, towns our size, to be able to plan projects out over multiple years. And now their plan is to include us in the municipal capital works program, along with another, 270 odd municipalities, plus another couple of hundred local service districts. So we're going to be competing with 400 municipal entities for a limited amount of monies. And each year you have to reapply. There's all kinds of problems with that. And I appreciate M&L executive for letting me meet with Minister Tibbs to put forward the arguments for those municipalities. And I'm looking forward to further meetings with the minister and the premier and Minister Pettin to talk more about that and see if we can figure out a better way to do it. And there was a lot of talk this weekend about the fact that M&L was not consulted on these changes that were in the budget, which was really unfortunate because us as an organization have been working really hard the last number of years to get a seat at the table with the province when they're making decisions about us, to include us in those decisions. And you know, it's really unfortunate that didn't happen this time, and we could have probably provided them with additional information that may have resulted in a different decision. I don't know, but we're going to be open to having them discussions with them going forward. So I'll be there hopefully at the table to be able to put forward the concerns of towns like Torbay and the others I represent on the board. So that is that. I'm not sure if I have anything else to add, but that's pretty much it for my report.
Just on that, on the M&L side of things, that the M&L with the multi-year capital works program, if someone can be sure to mention the process itself and some of the roadblocks being encountered by the province themselves too. So it's not all town oriented, it's, you know, department oriented as well.
Right, so there was a lot of talk and the letter that we received, everybody saw it. I received another letter on Friday, I think, a follow-up letter, that, which outlined the amount of money and stuff that was involved in those 15 towns. But we're gonna be asking the province for the evidence of where they come up with the fact that there was a lot of money left on the table, and so we can go back and find out exactly who left that money there. And I'm not talking out of school here, because we talked about this at our UMC caucus meeting the other day, quite openly with the members, and that's what they're asking us to do, so that's what we do. All right. Business arising. Anybody got any questions on any of that stuff?
No.
No? Good. Okay, all right. Correspondence. We have the SAM AGM is happening May 30th here in the town of Torbay. I'm registered. Okay, good, because they invited me to speak, so probably be good if I showed up. But it'd be good if any other members of council are around while this is going on, if you want to register and attend, and learn a little more about SAM and our involvement in that organization. I think we were one of the founding members, so it's always nice to host them here in the town of Torbay.
What's the closing deadline on registration?
Yeah,
Yeah, ASAP.
RSVP. No, it's never too late. I don't. Yeah,
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
okay, perfect. We also have East Coast Trail Annual Activity Update. And that's gonna talk about, it's an update report for the town of Torbay. So that's there for our information. PMA special bulletin about mandatory bylaws. Forward that off to whoever looks after mandatory bylaws, probably CAO, HR. Claire Simmons Scholarship Application Package. So this is for anyone that's on council. If you have students that are eligible for these scholarships, it's pretty good. I think, I don't remember, I thought somebody from our town, Davidson. Who?
And Bronze as well.
Ann Bryans. Excellent. Yep.
It's for council and staff.
So have a look at that and see if there's anything there that, you know, students who can apply on. We have another one from the Collaborative Initiative Fund Program. It's from a memo from Municipal Assessment Agency. Forward that on to Corporate Services, I guess, to have a look at that. Property Assessment Appeal Update. And this is something that I saw on social media on the weekend, that the Municipal Assessment Agency has advertised, explaining people the appeal process and how to go about doing it. So, there you go. Any questions on any of that stuff?
Just to comment on that, the appeals can now only be filed online,
Yeah.
which is always a point of contention for folks who aren't computer savvy or anything along those lines. It certainly doesn't make it easy for everybody. I think there should be another avenue. I certainly appreciate the appeals and the electronic process certainly being more easy to manage, but I certainly don't want it to be at the detriment of anybody who can't do it otherwise.
Sure, maybe
You
we
know,
can,
and maybe the town can, anybody who's having trouble, you know, come in and file the appeals for them as well, that type of thing, if it comes down to it, but, you know, the first should be for the assessment agency themselves, but.
would we, would you want me to send them back a letter and just tell them that our town is concerned that only people online can access it, if they would reconsider, maybe phone?
There always seemed to be a concern about anything we ever did
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, exclusively electronically, and there are now folks who just don't do that route, right? And especially where there's such a limited time related to an appeal as well, where you only get your 60
Good
days,
point.
30 days, whatever it is.
Okay, so let's prepare something.
I can send a note to Don.
And send it back
I-
and let them know, express our concern on that. Thanks. All right. Committees of council. Planning, land use development. Deputy Mayor.
Okay, we met last week and discussed several items and came up with some motions. The first motion for direction from council is for 1359 Torbay Road, Town Centre Land Use Zone. The town of Torbay is in receipt of an application proposal for 157.94 square meters extension to the rear of the existing 6-unit apartment building at 139 Torbay Road. The proposal includes the addition of 4 apartments and with 2 bedrooms each, and the upgrading of an existing apartment from 1 to 2 bedrooms. The new units will be semi-serviced, existing on site well, but municipal sewer. The existing units are serviced by municipal water. The property is located at the town centre, land use zone of the Torbay Development Regulations 2015 to 2025, and a proposed apartment building used is listed as discretionary. This application was processed in accordance with Regulations 33 and 90 requiring public notification. The town did not receive any response to the public notice. Recommendation. The committee concurred with the department's recommendation and had no objections to the proposed development at 1359 Torbay Road. Therefore, the following motion is tabled. Motion to conditionally approve the application 2026/024 for the extension of an existing apartment building to accommodate 4 additional apartment use, and to renovate an existing apartment unit at 1359 Torbay Road in accordance with Regulations 33 and 90 of the Torbay Development Regulations 2015/2025 pertaining to discretionary uses, as well as the town centre land use zone requirements, Schedule D, engineering standards, and the conditions outlined in the attached report. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Comments?
I just want to follow up on what you were saying. The 4 additional units will be semi-serviced, just so everyone knows that there's existing 6 that are on existing town services, but the new ones will be semi-serviced, which they'll be on-site well, so there'll be no additional water allocations associated with that, although they will have the option to hook up to it in the future.
Okay. Any other comment? I have a question. Are any of these units going to be affordable?
I don't know yet, possible, but I don't know.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Any other comment? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Our next motion refers to 2 Moores Valley Road, C 2026/027, mixed development, public buildings, conservation land use zones, single dwelling, Regulation 42(2), and the RI land use zone table. The town of Torbay is in receipt of an application proposing to redevelop the property at 2 Moores Valley Road and construct a new single dwelling with an on-site well and municipal sewer system, semi-serviced. The property is considered a corner lot as it fronts onto Moores Valley Road and is abutting St. Nicholas Lane to its south, which was previously developed. However, council had ordered the demolition, which happened to the home, accessory building, and cellar in 2013, with demolition in 2014. There is a sewer easement extending through the subject property. The proposal is deficient in meeting the minimum required flanking street side yard development standard, with 8 meters of the Torbay Development Regulation 2015 to 2025 along St. Nicholas Lane. However, the existing building along St. Nicholas Lane measures closer to 1.5 meters approximately. The recommendation, the committee concurs that the placement of the proposed new dwelling at 2 Moores Valley Road is referenced to a building line along St. Nicholas Lane and allows the development to proceed while still maintaining the standard 8-meter setback along Moores Valley Road and stayed outside the sewer easement located on the property. Therefore, the following motion is tabled. Motion to conditionally approve application C 2026/027 for a new single dwelling, semi-serviced, at 2 Moores Valley Road in accordance with a reduced flanking street side yard based on the existing building line along St. Nicholas Lane in accordance with Regulation 42, where council can establish a building line, and in accordance with the development standards table for the RI land use zone, perhaps pertaining to semi-service development on existing infill lots in already serviced area and subject to the condition outlined in the attached background report. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Comments? Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
An accessory building amendment, number 19, 2026, revision to amendment. On February 16, 2026, Torbay Town Council adopted Torbay Development Regulations amendment number 19, 2026, accessory building development standards, text amendment, and forwarded it to the Department of Municipal and Community Affairs for registration on March 3rd, 2026. On April 30th, 2026, the Department of Municipal and Community Affairs responded to the registration request, advising of recommended revisions to the amendment to avoid a discrepancy between the amendment documents and the existing definition of accessory buildings, which require the accessory building to be subordinate, incidental, and complementary to the dwelling in character, use, and size of the land. Based on this, in consultation with the Plan Tech Environment, it's recommended to issue a revision to the amendment to only list maximum permit lot coverage of heights and of accessory buildings, and to remove any reference to interpretation, whichever is greater, whichever is lesser, that type of interpretation. This is to avoid a discrepancy and to provide clarity and requirements for residents and staff with this. The revised amendment document is attached with the recommendation for council's readoption. The committee concurred with the department on the proposed revision to the Torbay Development Regulation Amendment number 19, 2026, and is therefore tabling the following motion. The motion to accept the Torbay 2026 permit listing for, the motion. A motion to adopt revision 1 to adopt Development Regulations Amendment number 19, 2026 pertaining to accessory building development standards in accordance with the requirements of the Urban and Rural Planning Act 2000 as tabled. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Comments? Deputy Mayor, thank you for explaining that out, the reason why we had to make that amendment.
You're very welcome.
Makes it
Julia told me to do it.
really clear. It makes it very clear. All right, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carry.
For anybody who needs a detailed background on any of this, it's provided under the motions for everything. So also we have attached are the Torbay 2026 permit listings for weeks ending May 7, 2026. Therefore, the following motion is tabled. Motion to accept the Torbay 2026 permit listings for the weeks ending May 7, 2026 as tabled. The motion is put forward.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried, thank you.
And I think that ends my report.
All right, anybody have any questions on anything else in there? All right, thank you, Deputy Mayor.
You're welcome.
Moving on. HR, Administration and Human Resources, Counselor Goss.
I'm actually going to do it this
Counselor
evening.
Whitten.
We went on Monday, May 4th. Under our recruit and selection, we have a municipal taxation administrator position up on our website. The Chief Human Resources Officer met with the Director of Financial Operations and the Accounts Receivable Assessment and Procurement Administrator to finalize the job description and job posting for the above noted position. This opportunity is now posted on the town's website and under the employment section and also on Career Beacon, but the closing date is May 18th. A further update will be given to us as it becomes available. Under the museum interpreters, the 2026 summer position, a short list of candidates has been created and interviews will be scheduled accordingly in the very near future. With the planning and development ambassador, 2026 summer student position, Human Resources, Chief Human Resources Officer has completed the interview process for the above noted positions, and a final hiring decision is pending, and we will know more once it's available. For the summer day camp and sports camp, the Chief Human Resources Officer is now in the process of preparing offers of employment for the successful applicants. The seasonal infrastructure and recreation worker 2, the above noted seasonal summer position has been posted internally with a closing date of May 12th. So if you're looking to apply for that, better get it in by 12 o'clock tomorrow night. The seasonal heavy equipment operator, the process of conducting interviews is on the go. So, in other items, we have the revised council standing committees, and we have a motion. The Chief Administrative Officer is in consultation with the Town Clerk and Chief Human Resources Officer. And they have finalized the revised council standing committees and advisory committees for 2025 to 2029 to reflect the organizational change and establishment of an emergency services department and the creation of an additional advisory committee to support the town's ongoing governance, service delivery, and community engagement. The motion is as follows. That council for the town of Torbay hereby approve the amended and updated standing committee and advisory committee structure of council for the 2025 to 2029 term, effective May 11th, 2026, as presented. So moved.
Moved and seconded. Comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
And that is the end of the report.
All right, any questions on any of that? Perfect. Thank you very much. Corporate Services, Counselor Pollard.
Thank you, Your Worship. We didn't meet as most, or a good few of councillors were in Gander and M&L, so, but we did get a chance to review, so there are motions here, but. So the first one references, it's not a motion, this one just information. Regular payroll of 55 employees for a 2-week period, and the 22nd of April was $142,870. There's a check register there and the accounts payable report for anybody who wants to go down through it, but we usually catch those through the greater than 5,000 report anyway. Invoices over $5,000 are as follows. Esfonso Group Limited for water line emergency repair in the amount of $5,520. CIBC Mellon pension contributions for April, $33,975.50. Fundamental Inc., the third progress payment for the climate change report, amount of $39,684.20. McGinnis Cooper settlement agreement and land acquisition in the amount of $38,760. Newfoundland Power April group billing in the amount of $21,661.89. Receiver General payroll deductions April 16th to the 30th in the amount of $45,919.39. And Big R Restaurant for the catering for the Best of Torbay Awards in the amount of $6,397.96, all totaling $191,918.94. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Comments? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
I apologize, folks, when I redo this, I meant to ask staff for the reference for the farm exempt tax adjustment. There's no reference to what that may look like in the records. So farms are exempt from tax, and as such, we get a report from the government every year on which farms are, and this one was charged tax for 2024 when they shouldn't have been. They're identified as a farm. It relates to account number HANNR001. So it's required for the year 2024 in the amount of $747.88. So council approves recommendation to apply tax adjustment for the 2024 taxation year for the identified property which qualifies for a farm exemption and was incorrectly taxed, and that the overcharged amount of $747.88 be approved as a write-off. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Comments? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Next to it, there's two donation requests. One from the Terry Fox Run and one from the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And they're usually outside policy, not that we wouldn't want to donate to them, but they're outside policy as they have their own fundraising mechanisms, and we usually donate to organizations that don't have that mechanism behind them and are more localized. So it's not that we don't want to, it's just that it's outside what we do from a policy perspective. Torbay Coyotes 2026 East Coast Trail fundraiser. We had some conversation with East Coast Trail and some members of the Coyotes shortly after one of our last meetings, and we had asked them to submit a request for what they wanted in the short term relating to the upcoming Trail Raiser event and the hosting of that by another town, and there needs some funding for support. So council approved a contribution of $1,000 to support the Torbay Coyotes team participating in the 2026 East Coast Trail Raiser fundraiser, recognizing the town of Torbay's ongoing commitment to trail support, and the council also approved additional in-kind support so the provision of T-shirts for team members. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
There's a year-to-date budget comparison there for anybody who wishes to look at it and have any questions. Feel free to ask or send an email to David and company, and they will certainly provide the information. There's the motion required here for financing. Financing relates to tender for 2026 half-ton pickup in the amount of $73,684.32. After review of the rates that were provided, it was recommended that we come forward with a 7-year term. And the committee recommends to award the financing of 2026 half-ton pickup to the Newfoundland Labrador Credit Union Bank for a 7-year term and 7-year amortization at the rate of 4.29% with a monthly payment of $1,017.04. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Comments?
Trucks aren't cheap.
Sir.
Is 7 years normally more than what we normally do? I thought we always did 5 years.
We advertise trucks over 7. It's just this one followed the life cycle of the truck.
Good enough. Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
So ends my report, Your Worship.
All right, thank you, buddy. Anybody have any questions on any of that stuff? All right. Moving on, economic development, tourism. We got no update there, right?
There's no update, no report.
Okay, infrastructure and public works. Councillor Manning is not here. Councillor Martin, buddy.
Thank you, Mayor. So the committee met on May 5th. Councillor Pollard sat in Councillor Manning's absence, Director Winter and myself. The minutes have been included in the package. Most projects are now ramping up in preparation for the spring and summer months. You can have a look at them there if you like. The annual spring bulk garbage drop-off is scheduled May 28th, 29th, and 30th, following the same format as previous years. In addition, they'll be holding a 2-week community-wide cleanup campaign leading up to the annual cleanup day on May 30th. We encourage all residents to take part in helping keep our community clean and welcoming. More details on drop-off locations, accepted materials, and cleanup activities will be shared soon. This is also in partnership with the Community Services and Recreation Department as well, so it's good to see. We do have one motion related to item 3C in the stormwater mitigation project. Stormwater mitigation project number 17, MYCW 2600073. Crows Lane, Western Island Pond Drive, Dumfries Lane, and various driveway culverts in the Pine Ridge and Forest Landing areas. The total budget for this project is $2,549,076. An open call for a consultant was issued. There were 6 submissions received after the technical and financial evaluations were completed. Englobe Corporation received the highest scores and had the lowest bid of $124,190.80, tax included. The motion is now required. A motion to award the consulting portion of Project 17 MYCW 2600073 Torbay Stormwater Mitigation to Englobe Corporation in the amount of $124,190.80, tax included. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Comments? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Anybody, if you have any questions about anything else in the report, now is a good time to ask.
No, I did notice that, Brian, they already started to work on Winton's Lane.
Yep.
This is
Yes.
pretty good, like, to get them out of the gate so early in the year, especially when we got a lot of work to do. It's, nice to see. Who's doing that work anyway?
The construction part of it is Dexter Construction. Farrell's is gonna do the paving, actually. And it's good, sorry, it's good that they're down there now, because once this one gets ready to go to tender, if they're still in the area, we may get a better price on this as well, right? So, that's the plan.
Save on the mobilization.
Mobilization, exactly, yep.
Right. I do have, anybody have any questions? I do have one additional, and that's about the water boiler we got on right now.
Yep. I should put that in there, sorry. Thanks for bringing it up. So the boil water order was issued on Friday morning, and what happened was there was a small tube going from our chlorination system into our main line, which broke. So within 15, 20 minutes after realizing it, we had it fixed. But because we had water going into our system for more than a certain amount of time, we automatically had set a precautionary boil water advisory. So they're down today and tomorrow doing testing. Just got to get 2 consecutive days of testing, I think. And so hopefully be released either tomorrow afternoon or Wednesday. Our technicians already been around, and the chlorine residuals are already up where they should be. But like I say, Service and L's got to do the actual testing.
All right,
Thanks for reminding me.
no worries. Yeah, so for the public, that's a precautionary boil order because we had a equipment malfunction that was quickly fixed, and hopefully it'll be over sooner than later. Because I know I hate to do it, but I noticed some comments people were making on questions they were asking on social media. And it's always best, I remind people, to get their information directly from the town, because then you know exactly what the issue is. And I did notice that it was actually pretty well explained in the notice that went out, so. All right, thank you. Is that it, sir?
So ends my report.
All right, thank you very much. All righty. Recreation and Community Services. Councilor Martin.
Thank you, Mayor. Myself and the Deputy Mayor and Director Martin met on Tuesday, May 5th. We discussed the seasonal program and event review from 2024, 2025, and 26. We saw some areas where numbers were a bit low and some low costs. The Director's going to take a look, do a report in the future. And we also had a look at the facility rental and revenue stats that's coming up as well. Looking forward to getting have a look at that as well. We talked about the Best of Torbay Awards. We had a debrief. And the Director's going to ensure some feedback gets reviewed for 2027. Summer Guide and registration is out now. Registration opened up May 13th. Also, Summer Camp and Sport Camp went live. And the numbers are up. So this year we increased our numbers from 60 a week to 80 a week. We have, I think, 2 weeks are sold out. We may have 3 or 4 in some other week. We only have 1 week that's not over 75% sold out. Sport Camp, we bought back this year. We were taking 20 a week. 1 week, we're over 50%. The numbers are pretty low for that right now. 25% sold out each week. So we got lots of time to get the kids registered for some great programming. Killicoast Games registration is now live. You can find it on town of Flat Rock, Pooch Cove, Balleen, Torbay website, Porch Cove, St. Phillips, and Logie Bay, Middle Cove, Outer Cove as well. I do know after one day we had 150 kids registered, not just Torbay, but the region. So hoping for big numbers again this summer. The community cleanup, partnering with the Public Works Department, is May 30th. Residents again are encouraged to participate over the 2 weeks leading up to the event to make a greater impact in keeping our community clean and welcoming. The town is going to provide garbage bags and gloves to residents who wish to register for the cleanup and an area. And once residents clean up are complete, they can email and inform the town and they'll come and collect the filled bags. And to register for the community cleanup, residents can sign up through e-services or they can email recreation@torbay.ca. The facilities portion, History House, the mold remediation project is 80% now complete. It's on track to finish this month. Facility supervisor is working on a plan to clean the area once the work is complete. Outdoor maintenance, I noticed we issued an advisory to have some people to stay off our fields while we're trying to get them ready for the season. So work is ongoing to prepare the outdoor fields and spaces for the summer season. Also, the weather has been a bit of a delay in April where it's been wet. Birthday party rentals are going to be available May 20th for Torbay residents and then May 27th for the general public, and that's going to be on e-services. And once it opens up, you can book a birthday party from July to December. And if you have any questions or concerns, please contact again recreation@torbay.ca. And for inquiries about short-term rentals aside from birthday parties at any of the facilities, showers, meetings, or etc., please email again recreation@torbay.ca, or you can call Torbay Common 437-6555. And the Inclusion Advisory Committee has one event per month planned for May, June, July, and August. It's going to be advertised in the summer guide. Staff are also able to accommodate all requests for summer camp who required inclusive services, which is great news. And again, the inclusive services offered at summer camp are second to none.
Excellent.
That's awesome. If nobody has any questions, that'll end my report.
Any questions? I got one.
Yes, sir.
The registration for birthday parties.
Yep.
So it's opening May 20th for Torbay residents and 27th of May for everybody else.
General public, yeah.
And you can register up to December 31st.
Yep.
So what do we do then? Does it just stay open forever then, or do we reopen it in January?
There'll be a new date.
Early.
I guess it'll be a new date.
Yeah.
Start then.
The new date will probably come out with the fall registration,
Okay.
which is
In August, probably sometime.
Because I'm wondering what people do that want to book between January and May. Because they're allowed to start booking in May up to December. But then you got January, February, March, April.
Yeah.
So it's-
December is the farthest we've been, so that's a good start. But I'd say
Okay.
definitely, maybe even a little bit earlier than August, maybe July.
Alrighty. Okay, thank you very much. Where were we to? Fire and Emergency Services. Deputy Mayor.
This is our new committee, and we are having our first meeting next week.
Okay. So right now, we just got the minutes, right, from the fire department? Okay. Excellent. Dun, 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 dun. With regard to that though, I think that I saw some notifications come out from the fire department about people being fire-wise or making sure they clean up any potential fire hazards around their properties. With the, looks like the fire season is starting again early this year. So when we were talking, I was talking to CBC the other night. It was actually the 1-year anniversary of the first fire.
The first fire, yeah.
First fire that we had last year. And then it just didn't stop after that, so hopefully there's not gonna be another year like this. Cross fingers. All right, liaison committees, Atlantic Mayor's Congress, will be meeting in Truro in June. I think it's June 18th to the 20th. Intergovernmental Affairs, I gave an update earlier about the conversations and letters and communications that I've been having with various ministers. And I would also like to add in there that Minister Wall has been very helpful through that whole process, and everything that I send along, I make sure to copy him on it so he's not surprised when someone asks him about it.
Excuse me, Your Worship, before you go on,
Yeah.
the Atlantic Mayor's Conference, the last time you spoke about it, we were expecting an agenda for it?
Yes, it hasn't come yet. But I will share all because I sent it out to everybody. They've changed how that works now. So originally when I started going, or when Torbay got involved in it back when Bob Codner was mayor, it was a they met once a year, and it was a meeting that they held for a couple of days, and it was typically just mayors, and they talked about items common to them. Over the last 2 years now, it's evolved into more of a conference type event where we don't pay an annual membership anymore like we used to. You just pay now if you go to the event, and it's roughly around the same price. But last year when we had it in Summerside, with all the housing stuff going on, we were able to have the 4 Atlantic housing ministers and the federal housing minister there to meet with us and discuss housing, which is pretty unheard of really when you think about it, to get those many key figures into one place. So it certainly has changed its focus from when it first started, but it's still a really good experience and a great learning opportunity and networking opportunity if anybody that wants to go. All right, and as soon as the agenda comes, I'll share it. Next, Jack Byrne Regional Sports and Entertainment Center. Councilor Pollard?
I'll just update, I guess, the public on this. As there's been some discussion on Jack Byrne operations over the past number of months, I guess, we did have a meeting with all the respective owners last week or the week before, and there's some good discussions in terms of determining how we want to move forward. So some of the takeaways were to review the existing staff structure, I guess, and look at what supports are necessary to move forward. To prepare a longer-term preventive maintenance program with a revised budget as well to accommodate that in the near and longer term as well, to see exactly what the commitment from the towns may need to be moving forward. Although there was no timelines associated with it. We also discussed briefly the CRA outstanding issue, I guess, that was still there, and like I said to someone before, I think I'm a jinx, because no sooner I mentioned it, we got the letter from CRA, and they stood by their guns that their auditor was correct in saying that Jack Byrne is part and parcel of the municipality. So Kathy and myself have a meeting, have a Teams meeting with legal this coming Wednesday to discuss how we might move forward and see what their thoughts on were. Once we do that, we'll get back to everybody and see where we go from there.
All right. Yeah, and just to note, we did have the manager and some of the board members attend that meeting as well, some of our staff and the staff from the other towns, so it was an informative meeting, I thought. Northeast Avalanche Rec Council, last meeting was canceled. We are meeting this Wednesday, and there was also an invite sent out, I think, did you get a deputy mayor for the barbecue?
Yes. Yeah, I did, thank you.
It's on the 18th of June, I think. Yeah, at City. Urban Municipalities Committee. So, the last time we met was in, and we've already reported on this, but our caucus met in Gander, and I basically already gave the update for that. We did a bit of a strategic planning session, provide input for M&L in their strategic plan that they're gonna be doing. And we also talked a bit about the multi-year capital works program, how it impact those municipalities that got dropped, and also how it impacted the municipalities that remain in that program, because the numbers don't seem to add up. They were told that it's more money over a longer period of time, but when they actually added it up, it was less money. It was more money, a bigger number, the total number, but when you broke it up by 4 years instead of 3, the number was a little less. So that's something else that we're working on. But anyway, all of that is moving forward. The next UMC meeting is going to be August 28th and 29th in Bay Roberts, and they were there and made sure that they put out the invite to everybody to see who's going to go, and they're really looking forward. They've never hosted before, so Mayor Seymour, he says that they're really looking forward to it. So, all right, notice of motion, we have none. New business. Councilor Martin.
Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to wish a happy Mother's Day. I know it was yesterday, all the mothers around the table and here in the office, and I was told I had to do Happy Mother's Day today by my daughter. So happy Mother's Day to everybody, especially the crew at my house. Thank you. Told, warned.
Excellent, good job. On behalf of all of us.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor.
Yes, just to follow along your comments regarding the symposium in Gander. I thank you for giving me the opportunity to attend that. It was a fabulous symposium. I found it personally way better than the AGM. And the sessions were amazing, right from Yvonne Rumbold-Jones starting. Her keynote was one of the best I've ever heard on any stage. And she would just put little blurbs of brilliance, I found, into her whole summation. And I particularly liked and I think this is so relevant for all of us, she said, find your voice for the people who sent you here. And I thought that to be spot on and what we should certainly all do. There were some sessions I found to be, I knew I was going to get lots out of. Climate change, municipal code of conduct, social media, using social media, and I knew I would get those, get lots out of those. But things like, so I tried to get into everything, so I got to 17 events, but just went to the Renew approach to public engagement. was by a professor from Grenfell College. And I found something that I wasn't really sure I was going to get anything out of, that I got a lot of great information out of. So every session out there was fabulous. And to the people who organized it, kudos for sure. So, and thank you for the opportunity for myself to attend that event.
Excellent. Thank you for going. All right, so it's to me. All right. So I just want to say my regular thanks to staff and council for the work that you've been putting in over the last couple of weeks. It's not easy all the time, and you do it with professionalism and dedication that we require. At M&L, I did on Friday morning host the youth breakfast. So myself and Lynn Ellsworth from Roddington Bynarm, I'm the chair and she's the vice chair of the youth committee with M&L and all, right? Anyway, it was so nice to see them engaged. And when we talk youth, we're talking 20, 35 years and younger. But some of those representatives are, really young. They're still in their teens and they're serving on councils. And they've been with me now in this youth committee for the past probably 3 or 4 years, participated in the youth parliament and volunteered with M&L. And now they're sitting on councils around the province. And the perspective they bring is amazing. So it's one of our committee members that came up through with us is Kate Cadigan. She got the most votes ever for a councillor in the city of St. John's. And another one is a deputy mayor in Witless Bay, and so it's really I guess gratifying for me, but for everybody, I guess M&L in general as an organization, that we're able to mentor those young people along and keep them in the municipal sector, because as you see when you're there, there's a lot of gray hairs around, right? And not that there's anything wrong with that. These people that go there, they put in a lot of work and many years representing their communities and trying to get best for what they can do for their towns. But a lot of the people that I talked about that with these young people on their councils now are rejuvenating them and bringing new ideas and new approach, and it's I think it's great. We need more of it. So if you know any young people that want to get involved, get them in there. And Jimmy, of course, and Scott, and Deputy Mayor.
Thank you.
All right. Day is it? Oh, May 11th. Where's the beverages for May? That's okay, we'll do it next week. Do it next meeting. Everybody who got a birthday in May, happy birthday. And I'll read about next week. Next meeting, sorry. Q&A. Robbie. Oops.
Just speak loudly.
Sure.
Oh, we got a battery.
I just want to express my deep thanks. Thank you for council for supporting the East Coast Trails fundraiser coming up in Mobile this year. This town has been phenomenal in its support of the trail. And even though this event is not happening in Torbay this year, this support that you're extending again is valuable and really appreciated. So thank you very much. And we're looking forward to the T-shirts too. So, thank you.
You just said it exactly right. It's the East Coast Trail, right? It's not the Torbay Trail and the Witless Bay Trail and the St. John's Trail or whatever. So this whole trail is interconnected. So if all of our towns don't do our part to keep it up, then, it's really kind of letting that whole thing down a little bit. And I think that we're pretty happy and proud to be able to support the East Coast Trail like we do here at the town. And we're equally happy, you guys, every year how much money you've raised. It's amazing. So good luck.
Thank you.
If I'm around, maybe I might come out and tag along with you for a walk or something.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to have anybody at all who wants to join in.
He won't be around either. That's where we're in Edmonton.
Oh, was it? Oh, that's unfortunate. Anyway, good luck.
Thank you.
Maybe somebody else will be around. Scotty will go for a badge. All right. Where are we? Next public council meeting is scheduled to take place May 25th, right here in the council chambers in the town of Torbay. And with that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn, please. Moved,
Seconded.
seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried. Thank you very much, everybody.